Do you have examples of how congregations are getting involved? There's, as I understand it, this is being piloted in 5 synods?
It is. In 2010, we have 5 LMI pilots and the ELCA, and then of course Missouri has some pilot congregations and so on, and so there's a variety of ways and places where you might hear about it, and congregations or other ministries kind of taking the initiative and saying, we want to do this at this point, whether we're a pilot or not. So,
what are some of those initiatives? What have you heard good stories?
I have heard some kind of interesting stories. One congregation did a chocolate fondue for Lutheran Malaria Initiative, and talked about capturing in what essentially was fruit and goodies in the and that was sort of similar to catching in a net a mosquito. But it was a really fun idea, of course, because it involved chocolate. I was pretty interested in it myself.
Is it LWR chocolate?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know the answer to that. Another congregation has taken on working with their Vacation Bible School, LMI being a particular emphasis there, so setting up a kind of teaching station using a BedNet, which we can help provide, although it's an American version of that. It's not a literal net from a place where it could be put to better use, frankly. But a version of a net that would give, and in that case they set up sort of a tent-like atmosphere, which children enjoyed. Put an LWR quilt on the floor because beds are really not always a part of the developing world's context. And then used it as a teaching site, a place where kids could come in small groups, learn about why you would sleep under a net and what the purpose and value of that is, what malaria is like, how you can survive that. But in fact, many children get it, don't survive it. So that's what we want to do to help. And helps the child. One of the initiatives here in Minneapolis area Synod has been nickels for nets. So wanting to engage people at every giving level, and children in particular were enticed by the opportunity to give a nickel towards the overall cost of a net, which is $10. So it's a lot of nickels, but it's a relatively low level for them to engage and feel like they're participating. It's an important thing.
And so Minneapolis is one of the pilots, right?
Yes, it is. Yes.
And do you know congregations that are involved here?
I'm probably not going to be able to name those. I'm sorry. I could have brought a list. I could get you a list.
That sounds fine. We'll make sure we get them into an article.
Okay. Good. I can't name them right offhand.